me and let's talk about curvy girls. So I recently posted a political video because it's part of my shtick. I've worked in politics for over 10 years, and you will not be shocked to know it devolved into a bunch of anonymous men on the internet with generic profile pictures, or worse, cars, calling me fat. This was in no way surprising to me. It actually happens pretty often whenever I have a hot take on this app, and by hot take I mean believing that other people are humans. It wasn't surprising, but I felt like it was time for me to come have a chat about curvy girls. Now, I describe myself as a curvy girl because, one, I think plus size implies that there is a limit on what sizes should be, and that's obviously made up, as are, frankly, I think women's sizing in general. But I do think that curvy is just a better way to describe it because I'm also not always plus sized. Sometimes I am in regular sizing in stores because, frankly, women's clothing sizes are so all over the place. Sometimes I'm a 10 and sometimes I'm an 18. Like, make it make sense. And just for context, as a self-described curvy girl, I am 5'3". I can range anywhere from 200 to 220 pounds depending on the day, and I have double D's, so it is not my fault that I am 5'3" with double D's. Now, being curvy, I think, is a blessing. I love myself, I love my body, but there are definitely some downsides to it. I don't mean men with bad opinions, because I could care less, but I do mean it can be a little difficult to find clothing sizes online because things can just vary so much depending on what store you're purchasing from. And I do get asked often, where do you find the confidence? And first of all, I think people don't understand that's a little bit of a backhanded compliment because, do you ever ask someone where they find the confidence when they are maybe a more traditional, and I use that word so loosely, body type, or a just generally smaller size? I don't think you do. But when I am asked where I get my confidence from, unfortunately, the true answer is I was born like this. Shout out to my parents for instilling in me how amazing I find myself, but it has really gotten me pretty far in life, so I'm not mad about it. And I know that's not necessarily a helpful answer to maybe some people who weren't born with this level of confidence or have had that stripped away from them by society because you don't fit whatever their standard of beauty might be. That doesn't mean you can't earn it back. It doesn't mean you can't find it in yourself. And so I just wanted to talk about how stunning I think curvy girls are and how important we are to society and the spectrum of femininity. What's most important about our bodies is that we are healthy. And if we are healthy, if we are taking care of ourselves, if we are putting good things in our bodies, working out and doing the right thing, and we still happen to be on the curvier side, then that's just probably how our bodies are supposed to be. Gym culture, the cesspool that is the internet, might have you thinking differently. What's important is that you are healthy and you are happy. And if that happens to come with a great set, then good for you, power to you. Personally, I am somebody who gets up and works out every single morning. Obviously, some days I do take rest days, but more or less it is imperative to me that I work out, mostly for my mental health but also for my physical health. And yet, yeah, I still do have not the smallest arms in the world or the tiniest waist in the world, but something that does make me happy is knowing that half the men in my comments probably couldn't even take me in a fight. And when it comes to men that aren't just little internet comment trolls, there are plenty of real life, gorgeous, stunning men who love a woman with curves. My husband being one of them. And even on sweltering summer days like we were dealing with right now, when my thighs are rubbing together, I am schwitzing like nothing you've ever seen, I'm still so happy to be a curvy girl. I mean, are we gonna pretend that Marilyn Monroe wasn't considered the most beautiful woman in the world at one point? Have you seen that woman's body build? I mean, Renaissance paintings of the most beautiful women literally look like this. Big boobs and curvy tummies have frankly always been in style. But I think what's also important when talking about how stunning curvy women are is also to be real and understand that all body types are beautiful. Women who were born thin and have always tried to put on curves, women who were born curvy and have always tried to lose weight. We can all agree that we all find each other completely stunning, and the only reason we long for the other person's body is because of what society tries to tell us. So in no world should we as women be saying one body type is better than the other? We should just always be celebrating each other and supporting each other against a system that will only benefit from us fighting. Now, what we can be fighting are women's clothing sizes and industry standards. Because I'm sorry, why can my husband buy a size 30 pants from 7 different stores and they're all going to fit him? But I can buy 2 pairs of pants from the same store in the same size that fit differently because of like very minor differences in length and silhouette. We can also come together and agree that our mutual nemesis are sad little men in the comment section. On the post that I mentioned earlier that kind of inspired me to come here and rant, the amount of nameless, faceless men calling me fat, a whale. Somebody said I was a squash. I don't even know what that means. But they were all nameless, faceless, sad little men. And they were men because they referred to them as such, so I know they were. My favorite thing was the amount of women that came in to my defense. Like, women, I don't know. I've never met, I never will meet. Just one of the best feelings in the world is our sisterhood and knowing when these crusty, dusty internet trolls come for us, the girls are always going to be there. And all the people I choose to surround myself with are exactly the same. Women supporting women, as cliche as it can be, is the only way we're gonna get through all this. I had a couple of women in those comments echoing these sad little men. Fortunately, they did also have usually the same thing in common, which was a hat of a certain color or a certain phrase that made it abundantly clear why they thought aligning themselves with men commenting on a random woman's body was okay. And to that I just have to say, like, did he choose you yet, babe? Did he pick you yet? Because if there's anything I'm gonna do, it's ride for any woman, no matter if I know her. If I see that she is being irritated by, made uncomfortable by men, I'm gonna be up in there. I'm gonna be saying something every single time. One of the easiest ways we can come together as women is to cheer loudly, support boldly, and defend other women ruthlessly. That's in these comment sections, but it's most importantly in real life. I'm aware that I have a big mouth for someone who's never been in a fist fight, but I can tell you, I don't care if the guy on the metro harassing the teenage girls is a whole foot taller than me, I'm gonna be calling him out. And the funniest part is, these men who hide behind their keyboards in their dark little holes that they live in would never have the balls to say anything like that to me in real life, or to any woman in real life for that matter. Probably mostly because they're rarely given the opportunity to even talk to a woman to begin with. All that being said, to my girls, next time we're scrolling our For You pages, we see a stunning woman, make sure you stop in those comments, because I promise you, there's a man who resembles a toad telling her that she looks like a house, or telling her that she's too thin, or telling her lots of stuff that she doesn't need to hear, nor does she care to hear. So again, sorry that I'm 5'3" with double D's, but next time you want to come in my comments, just know that I bark back.